Have you ever delayed opening a bill? Not because you didn't have the money, but it made your chest tight. Do you ever second guess a financial decision a day or two or three afterwards, even when it was the right call? If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. And this series and episode is for you. You're scrolling through your inbox on your computer or your phone, and there it is, a bill or a notice or a statement. You get this feeling in your stomach that you don't really want to open this mail. You haven't even looked at the numbers, but you still have this feeling in your stomach. This isn't about laziness. It's not about disorganization. It's what happens when life throws you a curveball. It's not laziness. It's just that you've been in survival mode, and now you're coming out of it. Whether it was going through a job loss, losing a loved one, taking care of a loved one, or thinking about retirement or going into retirement. Your finances might have taken a hit or they've changed. And your self-confidence is not where it used to be. You're still struggling or still working towards the new you. In today's episode, we'll name what actually might be going on. We'll talk about clarity, calm, and control over your finances.
Life doesn't always go as planned, does it? Maybe you're facing a job loss, navigating a divorce, caring for a loved one, or grieving the loss of someone close to you. These moments can feel overwhelming, leaving you wondering, what now? Welcome to Thriving Through Transitions. In this broadcast series, you'll find hope, guidance, and practical advice to help you move forward one step at a time. Each week, Vicki Joern, a compassionate financial advocate, brings you thoughtful insights and actionable strategies to tackle life's challenges head on. From managing financial hurdles to finding balance and building resilience, she's here to help you survive and thrive. So, whether you're amidst a major change or preparing for what's ahead, join us each week to learn from someone who understands and who truly cares. Don't forget to subscribe and follow so you're always ready for whatever life brings your way. Be financially prepared for today and the uncertainties of tomorrow.
Welcome to Thriving Through Transitions. I'm Vicki Joern, a financial advocate. And today we'll start a new series entitled Financial PTSD After a Major Life Event. And this is episode 1. Financial PTSD is real. It's not just about the bills. Before we talk about numbers, let's talk about what brought you here. You may have navigated months, possibly years, where you were just trying to get through. You made hard decisions. You cut costs. You stretched every dollar. And now that you're in a more stable place, you're expected to feel better. But you don't. Instead, money still feels heavy. Even something as small as logging into one of your accounts is a trigger, and it triggers something inside you that makes you hesitate and not want to do it. That's not a flaw. That's a response to what your finances have been through. If this resonates with you, please like or subscribe below, or call a friend and let them know. Let them know about this series if you think it will help them also. So you're probably wondering, what is financial PTSD and why it matters? So let's define, in simple terms, financial PTSD. It's an emotional response to money after a season where your financial safety was threatened. An analogy. We hear a lot of times someone who has been in the service that comes back from war or something that affected them has PTSD. This is the opposite of that. It's the financial aspect. But they come back and certain things trigger the emotions. And this is financial PTSD. So that's the kind of an analogy a little bit. It's not about the dollar amount. It's about how money made you feel, possibly. ashamed, or out of control. These are just some of the feelings. Things that can trigger this is when maybe bills stack up faster than income comes in. Big decisions were made without your say. That's a tough one. You feel or have felt unsafe while trying to stay afloat because you're by yourself. These memories live on, even if your financial situation has improved. Recognizing these patterns help us to stop avoiding money and start working with money again. Financial stress doesn't only touch those in one bracket or situation, it can touch anyone. You can make six figures and still feel anxiety when opening a statement. You could have a retirement plan and avoid opening that plan to see how it's doing. These feelings can affect entrepreneurs, rebuilding after a rough year, retirees trying to stretch what they have, divorced individuals starting over again, and caregivers who put their own goals on hold. If you feel uneasy around money, even when on paper it looks okay, you're not weak, you're recovering. Let's look back at what possibly could have caused your financial PTSD. Here are 4 experiences that often trigger this stress. 1, unpredictable income. You've went through a layoff, your business is unstable, you have inconsistent paychecks with coming in, and this can lead to hyper-awareness around spending. 2, loss of control. If someone else managed the finances or a health crisis forced financial choices, you may now feel unsteady making those decisions. Number 3, broken stability. The job, marriage, or routine you counted on disappeared, and that left financial fear behind. Number 4, carrying it alone. When you didn't have anyone to lean on, the pressure may have left emotional scars. The more we understand the root causes, the better we can address what's lingering. Financial PTSD doesn't always announce its presence. It often shows up very quietly. You could possibly avoid budgeting or checking balances. You feel guilty about spending, even on necessities. You overanalyze small purchases. You bought a cup of tea, and then you're going, oh my gosh, why did I do that? That was $4 or $5 or $6 that I could have used or saved for something else, and you dwell on it. You ignore financial to-dos until they become urgent. You may have thought these were bad habits, but often they are coping mechanisms from a time when survival came first. So let's give that farmer version of yourself some grace and give your new self, your current self, a fresh start. Here's how we begin changing our relationship with money. Not by being hard on ourselves, but reframing our story. Try shifting these comments. I'm so behind. Instead of saying that, say, I'm rebuilding on a stronger ground. Instead of saying, I should have figured that out on my own, laugh it off and say, I'm giving myself space to grow forward. Instead of saying, I always mess this up, say, I'm learning better ways that work for me. This isn't about sugarcoating. It's about creating room for healing, financially and emotionally. Ready to regain calm and clarity? Why don't you try these 3 grounding financial reset steps? Step number 1, weekly money reset. Set aside 10 minutes that is just going to look at your statements. You could light a candle. Now that sounds goofy for men, but it's just your time that no one's going to bother. Review one thing: a bill, a statement, your budget, how are you doing on your 401k? But that's your time. This is a small step forward. Step number 2, have a phrase that you say before you get started. Say, this is Say to yourself or say out loud, this is safe. This is not something bad. I'm learning and I'm moving forward before you even start. So you know you've heard yourself say, this is good. Number 3, celebrate small financial gains, wins. Every little step counts. Don't kick yourself and say, oh my, I could have gotten further. You made a step forward. So congratulate yourself. Celebrate that. Maybe if you're like me, I'm trying to cut back on Diet Cokes, but I still don't cut back totally. You might have a Diet Coke or something. You get the idea, right? You don't have to feel completely confident to take the next steps. You just need the courage to begin. Every time you want to look at your finances with clarity and calm and confidence, start building that confidence. Because by doing that, you're shifting the narrative. It's not negative. You're moving into your next chapter. In fact, you're writing your next chapter, your new chapter, and you're moving forward with clarity, peace, and calm, and building that confidence. And that's what I'd like to see and hear that you've done. So please share with me one financial step you've taken this week, this coming week. One win. What's making you move forward? I would love to hear that. I hear in the past episodes and series the wins, and I would love to hear yours too, and how you're doing and what you're doing, what's working for you. If you need a helping hand, feel free to give me a call at 832-698-2010, or you can go to our website at www.beefinancialpartners.net and schedule a time. I would love to help you, if anything, to help move you forward and see if I can help you at all and be your guide. If this episode provided clarity or you learned something from it, that is what I hope that I've accomplished. But share it with a friend. Let them know about it, because next week we're going to continue this series, and I would love them to join us. And don't forget that I'm Vicki Joern, and I would really like you to be financially prepared for today and the uncertainties of tomorrow.